Need for Speed 2 released on the PC in 1997. The UK and Europe box art featured a head-to-head of the McLaren F1 and the Italdesign Calà, with another huge McLaren F1 looming in the background. The US box art just featured the Ferrari F50 and is a lot less stylish in my opinion. As the European box art is objectively better and ties graphically into the game's opening cinematic, I'm going to use that as the basis for the hero car this time. And whilst the McLaren F1 is one of the best cars in Need for Speed history, I'm going to go with the Italdesign Calà as it's a concept car that only appeared in Need for Speed 2 and the Special Edition, which we'll look at separately. So, let's look at how the Italdesign Calà is represented in this game. It first of all shows up in the awesome opening cinematic, paired up against a Jaguar XJ220. Let's just consider this film shoot for a moment. They managed to get hold of and drive enthusiastically the one-of-one Calà concept car, an idea for a small Lamborghini, way before Lamborghini made the Gallardo. Eventually, for some reason, the cars become fireballs, and then the title appears. When you reach the main menu, you find, like the first game, that each car has its own details. You can see the Calà is good at braking. I leave the settings at stock and dive into its showcase. You can hear about the car.
Created by world-renowned design house Italdesign, the Calà represents the latest in Italian automotive styling and construction.
Read about its statistics. Find out more about its history.
An independent, world-class design studio started in 1968 by award-winning designer Giorgetto Giugiaro and his partner Aldo Mantovani.
Look at some lovely photos, which were so nice I extracted them as a screensaver back in the day. And finally watch a promo video which looks like this. Anyway, let's now take the Calà on a race against the McLaren F1 on the North Country track, which was the track that appeared in the very first Need for Speed 2 demo. The McLaren is a much higher category than the Calà in the game, and is set to advanced difficulty. Can you guess how this will go?
3, 2, 1, go! last lap.
there we go. I got pretty close to the McLaren on a couple of occasions, even using the semi-hidden shortcut. But like many races in Need for Speed 2, I eventually got taken out by traffic. Surely I can't keep losing at Need for Speed titles, right? Well, join me next time when we look at the special edition of this game to see if this trend continues. I hope it doesn't.